Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a video with Supreme Ruler in it that involves tutorializing, I guess. Oh my goodness. So, this is the second of two videos. This will be probably the shorter video of the two. So, yeah, it'll be the shorter of the two. So, um, we're going to show off how to set up a game, as well as the right-click options when in a game. And I will click on multiplayer to show you. It works, but not really. You can put in a target IP if you have a friend that's over in the world and tells you their IP and they have a server set up. I'm not sure how to do it, just because it's, I don't know, annoying. Local games, though, works very well, very easily. And if you have a group of friends and you all like this game, you all have this game, and all have separate computers, I recommend it. If you're using the same copy, it has problems, but it can still be done. Just be patient. So yeah. So let's go into single player, and you can either do campaign or scenario. I might actually do, and leave a comment down below if you want me to actually just play like a short series of scenarios. So I'll show you the scenarios. There's a lot of them. I also have the first mod pack, so I have those ones as well. And yeah, there are many, 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 many different stuff that goes on in these. Like you can be Cuba trying to take over the Dominican Republic, Asian wars. You can be Pakistan, Chinatown. You can be China, which is kind of cool. That's probably who I'll be for this. So you can choose up here what one you want, and it says over here what country you can play as, and in the regions it shows what ones you can play as. So if I went into campaign, and I could play as many more nations than this. I could play as any nation in the world. So yeah, I think I'll go into campaign just to show that off. So there's Global Crisis, which is the normal world. World 2020, which is again the normal world with different hostilities. So different countries will try to kill different countries. And then there's Shattered World, which is the one I play on most often, which divides North America into all its states and provinces, Europe into multiple different sections, Africa and Asia into many different sections. So yeah. Um, yeah. So I'm going to play, just for shits and giggles, as Cyprus, I guess. So you click on the country you want, and it comes up with their population, their GDP, a little bit of a thing about them to see, this is, yeah, this is, what's happening in Cyprus. And down here it says world volatility, which I'll talk about in a minute. So once you get that all done, you choose your country, you're happy with it. You can go up here to game settings and click on that. Now there's victory conditions. Complete, which is the normal mode. They can switch the capitals if they want to or not. They can suicide themselves if they want. They can surrender whenever they want and everything like that. Then there's capital, which means once you take a country's capital, it's done. Capture, unification. I don't understand capture or unification. I think it's capturing a point. Unification, I think, is unifying an entire country of some sort. Total score, diplomatic score, econ score, tech score, approval score, base and military scores. Basically, whoever has the highest score really wins the game or wins the fights and blah, 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 blah. Very interesting modes. I recommend checking them out just for the hell of it. But I recommend complete or capital, to be honest. Complete and capital are the best ones. Because if you're going for capital, every country goes for your capital, so they're doing a direct march, so you have to, think about defense of the capital. Complete, you have to think about general front defenses, because they'll attack on a front and not just try to, dig a hole into your country, so you have to think about front defenses and stuff like that, and both have unique situations that I recommend. So down below there's settings, and this is game settings, so you can have the game actually end if you want. So after a maximum of 120 months and a minimum of 6, you can have the game end. So if you have like a goal, like I want to take over Turkey as Cyprus in, I don't know, 2 years, I can put 24 months, and if I don't do it, then I fail, and if I do it, then I don't. So you can do that, which is kind of nice. It's kind of cool. Military difficulty, you can set that from very hard to very easy. Normal, I recommend because it's really not that difficult. Very hard, I highly do not recommend unless you are a hardcore player because they are very hard. It takes like everything you have to kill like a tank. It's ridiculous. Um, it's just insane. I recommend normal for the average player. If you want to see how very hard is, good luck. Go ahead, try it. But I wouldn't count on a very long run on very hard unless you were very skilled or get very lucky. And of course, if you just want to just destroy fucking everything with like 2 units, and I literally do mean that, you can put it on very easy. The same goes for economic difficulty and diplomatic difficulty. So economic difficulty, if you put it on normal, you'll make money normally, like I do. You build what you have to make money and trade and stuff like that, which is what everybody does anyway. If you put it on very easy, you don't really have to build anything at all. You can just go, and your economy will just shoot up into the like trillions of dollars when you don't have to do anything. It's very hard. You pretty much just never make any money. It's really difficult. Again, I recommend just for the hell of it, just to put everything up to very hard, just because it's kind of funny. Diplomatic difficulty, same thing. If you put it on very easy, pretty much everybody, even people that like hate you, will accept treaty offers. If you put it on very hard, like they have to like fucking love you to accept anything. You can put debt on or off actually. So if you have UN debt, which every country I think does, you can put it on, or you can turn it off. If you turn it off, when your economy stabilized and starts making money, it'll just shoot right up instead of having to pay off debts. So like in the Turkish LP, for example, my money's, around 150 billion to 200 billion, and it won't go any higher than that, even though my economy is really, really good, because I have debt to the UN still, and I'm still trying to pay that off. Allied victories, so if you and your allies attack, I don't know, say I'm Cyprus and Greece and me attack Greece, who's my ally, and me attack Turkey, and we both attack Turkey, and when we get it, it divides land very equally, and it's a victory for both of us, and we both get certain things, and it's an interesting game mode, an interesting thing to put in. Fixed capitals, so if you're on complete and you want fixed capitals, for whatever reason, you can actually enable that. Hot relations, which was the thing down here I talked about earlier. You can change it from medium to none to very high. I highly recommend if you want any action at all between AI nations to put it up to high or very high. I find if you put it lower than that, nothing really starts up right away, and it's kind of boring. So yeah. And you can start the game without units, so everybody starts with no units at all. You have to build up in military. Yeah, that's, again, interesting game mode if you have the time, but keep in mind how long it takes to build a military. Looking at my Serbian and my New York LP. It's taking a while to build up a strong military there and a large military. So keep that in mind when doing it, and pick countries that correspond with a lot of stuff in them. So this is military settings. You can have fog of war on or off. I have it usually off because I don't know why. I don't know. The New York one has it off, or has it on, sorry, and the Turkish one and the Serbian one have it off. I don't know why I do that. I just do. I figure if I'm a real country, I'm going to have spy planes and shit to find out what they have anyway, so yeah. Enhanced spotting, which really doesn't seem to do much. You just have better spotting or not better spotting of certain things, certain units. Enhanced ranges, so, the range of your units is enhanced or not. Fairly basic. Units eliminated when region falls, that's automatically off, but you can toggle it on. So if you want to take over a region and not take any units, which is kind of dumb, but some people do that, you can toggle that on and off. Nuclear weapons, actually, yeah, they exist. They're difficult to make, expensive to make, and you need like 150 tech to do it. But you can do them, and it's pretty funny. And there's actually a penalty for it. You can, it's automatically on high, but you could put it to low or medium or whatever. So yeah, pretty funny. And scenario settings, finally, which matter a little bit to the main game, but not too much because you're taking things over. Resources, you can actually put to abundant to like depleted, like there's nothing really at all. So it's basically go till you like can't anymore. So, and you can put dwindling as well, and I highly recommend actually playing dwindling because it's really interesting to see the power struggle. Because I find the AI gets smarter and takes over areas and countries that have resources that they require. So they, like allies and stuff like that, is harder to get because they just can't share resources, and it's really, really difficult, but really, really fun. Recommended, definitely. Initial funds default, you can actually put it up to high or nothing. So, or low. It's pretty interesting to put it up to high and see what happens. Approval effects, you can put that to high, medium, or low. So that's UN approval stuff. So if the UN, if I put it up to high, the UN really matters, and if I put it to low, it doesn't. Third-party relation effects, just keep it on. You don't need it off. It doesn't do anything really. Critical United Nations, if you turn that off, the United Nations doesn't matter at all, and they won't hate you. So if you would like attack like 10 nations, you'll still be in the UN because that doesn't matter. And allow government change, so voting. In 2025, there is a vote all the time. And actually, my African one, which I was playing the other day, funnily enough, because I was bored, had an election. I won. And yeah, so you can allow for government change and military rulers and takeovers and stuff like that. And random events, like if you've seen before, like, we found an oil tanker floating in the middle of the ocean, up our oil reserves by 1 million barrels or whatever like that, right? That's a random event. That can be good or bad. I've lost like $1 billion out of my treasury once because somebody fucked up and lost money. And you can put that from low to very high. I recommend it on medium, to be honest, because, you don't want too many of them, but you don't want like none of them because they can be really good. And you can reset all your settings to default. So I just reset all my settings to what they were before. So yeah, let's launch the game as Cyprus, and we'll launch it, and I'll show you the right-click features. Alrighty. So, yeah. I'm just going to put up the fastest. It really doesn't matter. This is the world. I'm wonderful little Cyprus. How many units does Cyprus have? Wow, 95. I'm shocked. Well, anyway, so you can right-click, and it's on your land, not anybody else's land. If I right-click on Turkey, it shows different things, and I'll explain what those mean too, don't worry. So if you right-click on Cyprus, you can go down to build, and you can build either industrial, military, urban, or transport. Industrial is your money makers. This is what's going to make you money, help you get resources, blah, 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 blah. And it's really easy to click on them, and it's obvious what they all do. Agriculture, coal mines, obvious. Fortification just fortifies an area, so if you're getting attacked, and you can fortify like your front lines or whatever you want to do. You can build goods, micro, mid, or normal. Micro and mid just produce less and take less time to build, but industrial goods, of course, the main one would do better. And it's that for all of the goods as well. You can do that with all of them. You can build industrial complexes, which just are stuff that builds automatically when you build anything else. Oceanic complex stuff, oil and gas stuff, ore mines, power, all kinds of power. Supply depots for supply for troops. Timber mill, uranium mine, and water. So, yeah, pretty basic there. For quick build and go to military, this is all your military stuff. So land fabrication makes land units. That's default build from everything. That's the complex. Fortress is a defend thing, like the fortress thing before. Missile fabrications build missiles. Mission control, actually, I'm surprised that Cyprus can build one of these. Helps build satellites. Naval fabs build Navy things. Pretty basic. Radar stations, not totally sure what they do. I've never built one. I don't think any countries have them either. Research center helps your tech level. Sea pier is for it's like a barracks for boats, and supply depot, again, military supplies. And build urban. You can build this in cities. It's basically the same stuff, but there's different things. So like an airfield is in here as well. So I can build an airfield in my capital city if I want to. Yeah, I can just basically build this around like towns and stuff like that, and it doesn't make the towns look ugly as hell, I think. I'll check, actually. But you can build multiple different things, but not everything. So let's build. And to build, you just go over it, click on it, and then a circle will come up, and it'll either be red or green. When it's green, you can build. So I just built, and then you just click to build, and you click as many times as you want things. So, you click 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times to get a full circle. And some things with resources, you can't do that because there's not enough resources in the area. So let's see, hold on. Let's see what Cyprus actually has for resources. So they have agriculture. So you can see the red, and for some reason I can agriculture in the middle of the ocean, so that makes sense. Can I do that anywhere else? Oh my god, I can. Why? What? Well, it must be good fishing there, I guess. Whatever. Anyway. So yeah, you see like some of them are brighter than others. So if I wanted to build an agriculture here, I could in this little one, but I can only build 2. Whereas I think in this one, I can build 3, 4 actually. So I can build more the darker red it is, and there's a really dark, like that red there, I can build a full circle. So yeah, that's how that goes. Also, Cyprus is not going to have any money by the time they're done, by the way. I'm going to like completely drain Cyprus of all its cash. But yeah, so that's that with that. And then there is transport, and you can build rails or roads, and it's really easy. You just select a spot and then drag to wherever you want it. So I want it to come to right here to link these roads together, and then you just click where you want it to link, and then it automatically builds, and it starts building. And it takes 80 days to build a road. And of course, there's also, not road, damn it. There's also rails, which is the same thing, except trains. So there. I just built trains for no reason at all. I'm somehow making money too, which is kind of funny. So yeah, that is the right click for that stuff there. And yeah, so you can, there's also filters and create hotspot stuff. So I'm going to go to create hotspot. There's battle support, attack, sea supply, land transport, air support, supplies, assistance, defense, and garrison. Basically, it's exactly what you think it is. So if I click battle support there, troops are going to go to support that area. If I do attack, troops are going to attack that area continuously. So they're going to like go repair and then come back and attack that exact area instead of wandering around. Sea attack, same thing except with boats. Sea supply is supply units by ship or supply land areas by ship that is not supplied. So if that area wasn't supplied that I have that blue circle on, then my ships would go and try to supply it. Land transportation, so like my transport trucks, my supply trucks would go there to try and transport other units. Air support, so if I had that area and I click that with there, my planes would continuously go there and bomb whatever I'm trying to bomb, and they would go back, repair, and go back, repair, go back, you know, continuously until I told them to stop. Supplies is just basic supplies, so everything will go to that. Land, sea, and air will try to supply that area. Assistance, I'm not totally sure what that really does. I think it's the units go there, but they don't really attack if they don't have to. I don't really know. Defense, so defending a certain town or area against something, so my troops will go there and actively defend it, but not advance. And garrison, so if that was a town, I could put a garrison there. So yeah, but you saw how to put a garrison on the previous video anyway, so doesn't really matter. But yeah, that's that. And filters, water. You can press all these for it too. So you turn water off if you click it again, and you can do that with literally anything. So if I wanted to do defensive rating, see it shows defensive rating, how high and low it is. And I can turn that off by clicking it again, and then it's off. That's basically what you do for everything. Now, for these, you can do the create a hotspot thing, which is the same thing. I can diplomatic offer with Turkey, so if I want to go up into diplomacy, and I will explain this as well, don't worry. Espionage, which I already explained how to do, so I can go and spy things, but I can't because I don't have any. I can declare war on the Turkish if I want to, but I'm not going to. And, of course, there's also filters as well. So, yeah. So the last thing I do believe is diplomatic offer stuff, and this is very, very simple. Here in the middle, there's diplomatic ratings. It shows both of our countries and how much we love each other and how much we hate each other. And it also shows our countries up here, so that's their leader, Benali Ozak or whatever. That shows their GDP per person, their government type, blah, 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 blah. You know, it really doesn't matter. But this does. The lower that bar is, the lower the likelihood of them trading with me is, and the lower likelihood they're going to do a more fair trade. So right now, I feel diplomatically concerned towards Turkey, and they feel diplomatically concerned towards me. Same thing with civilian rating. My people feel that they're kind of concerned towards them, and their people do as well. But we have no justification down at the bottom. So we have no justification to go to war with them at all. 1% and they have 2. So down below here you see acceptable with a question mark. I'll show you exactly what I mean by that. So if I want to give them $24,000, it goes really, really green. So the offer up here is very acceptable. But if I want to remove all that and I want that much from them, it appears unacceptable, and they're more than likely not going to do it. And I don't blame them at all. So, yeah, that's what that is. There's also an expiration, so I can change that from 30, 15, and 7. I recommend on 7 because then you get supplies that you need quicker and blah, 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 blah. It's just a lot better. And the offered value, as you saw when I put up my 24,000, it says less than 1 million, and it is because I have less than $1 million. That's how much I'm offering them, and I'm requesting $533 million from them, and then I can click that to send that diplomatic offer. So I can be like, yo, Turkey, I need that money. So yeah. Alright, so this is their existing agreements. Currently I only have an embassy in Turkey. This is the treaty list, so if I want air transit, and I can just double click on that, and it goes on both. So the air transit for both, and it appears acceptable. So I can click that, and then they'll send me off something magical later on, and I will show what they do when it appears acceptable, but it isn't like really acceptable. They usually send a counteroffer. And you can do that with all kinds of things. Formal Alliance basically includes most things in here. So if you want to just try a Formal Alliance them, you can. I probably can't because that's way too low. They won't accept it. So then there's products. So financial, agriculture, water, timber, all the resources, petroleum, coal, metal, ore, uranium, electrical power, consumer, industrial, and military goods. And we can trade those back and forth if, like, I need agriculture and they need petroleum, and I have loads of it, and they have loads of agriculture that I need, then we can trade and swap with that to help our countries out. And that's really all there is to it. You click on whatever you want, and down here it says amount that you're going to give, and then how much is available. So if I'm giving them money, there's currently less than $1 million available, so I'm going to send them $35. Yeah, I'm going to send them $35. I'm going to be like, here you go, Mr. Turkey Man, thank you for lunch. It was great. Here's $35 from the National Treasury. And that's how that's going to go. But I need petroleum, and they have lots of petroleum, so I can try and get $35 worth of petroleum, but that's probably not going to happen. Because the lowest I can get is about $20,000 worth of petroleum. So let's offer $20,000. Can I offer $20,000? Oh, shit. I can offer $66,000 because I really, really need petroleum. So let's try to get $17,000 worth of petroleum. And they don't really want to give us their oil because they're dicks. So, yeah. I can send the diplomatic offer, but they're just going to deny it, so I'm not going to anyway. So, yeah. That's how that works. Pretty simple. This is technologies. I have none to give, but they have some to give me, so I could buy advanced composite armor for my weapons and stuff like that if I wanted to. And they cost money, as you can see, $3.2 billion, which is ridiculous. And it goes down as I take stuff off. But you can do that, which is pretty simple. You just have to click and then be like, oh, I want advanced composite armor, double click. There it is. So, pretty simple there. They can trade designs, so I have 2 designs I could trade them. So if I want to sell them my infantry design, I could, or my light infantry design, I could, and I'm not going to. But I can buy like tank designs, so I can buy like cleric, and I'll show you what I mean by this. You see the prerequisites are not met. That little tech thing with a concerned sign means that I don't have them. But if I double click on it, it will sell me those as well, so I can buy the design and all the stuff I need for it for one low price of a lot of money. So yeah, and I can take some of those off. So like if I'm really close to laser gyro stabilizers, I'm really close to doing that. I can just take that off to make the price a little bit lower. So yeah, and I can just do that with anything. Like I can buy that, so I can buy that for $89 million. I don't have that much money, so I can't buy it. But yeah, you can do that with designs. And you can also do that with this, but you can't buy units off of nations at all. Oh yes, as well with both of these, there's up the top, so if I wanted to buy Air Force stuff instead, I could. Or naval, or missiles. But anyway, the last tab is military units and missiles, and I can sell mine if I want to, but I can only sell, I cannot buy. So I'm selling all my militias. Come on, militias, let's go. There we go. I sold my militias because I don't need them, and I can sell them for $303 million. But I can't trade units because I don't know what Turkey has. I'm not their ally. They don't like me, and they're not going to give me units to help them kill them. So well, yeah, that's that. That's it for the trading screen. I'll show you what happens when the offer appears only like somewhat acceptable. I'll try to get that again. What am I doing? Clear offer. So we'll go to air transit again. So it appears possibly acceptable, so I'm going to hit it, and they're going to review it and be happy about it. And I'm going to go to war with everybody in the fucking world, because I'm that kind of a dick. So you can see here there's a counteroffer. No, that's not the counteroffer. There we go. This is the counteroffer they sent, so they want $100 million for air transit. And I can accept, reject, or counter, so I can recounter and say, like, I'll only give you $50 million, or whatever, right? Because I can't afford that at all. So, yeah, that's how that goes, and I can accept or reject that offer, so I'm going to reject it. And I was expelled out of the UN, because I'm an asshole. Declare war on Turkey. How dare you? Attack Turkish targets! Roar! I don't even think I can transport my units, so... Do I have aircraft at all? Yes, I do. Invade. Invade. But yeah, that's pretty much it though, guys, from that perspective. So thank you very much for watching, guys. And I will see you guys eventually. Eventually. With another video. And thank you very much for watching. Give it a like, comment, and all that kind of stuff. Again, comment if you want me to do some of those scenario stuff. That'd be pretty fun, I think, to do those. So I might do those in the future. So yeah, leave a comment if you want me to, and they'd be a short series or something like that. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Peace.